fine sir, and thank you for joining me here at the Smith farm. Mr. Smith graciously dedicated this land to those of our community who founded this wonderful location. Out behind me, in front of me, was the Grand Army of the Republic Road. But I notice now that you have these horseless carriages flying by. And that tells me that our prayers for you have been answered. You are now a land of prosperity, and you are now a land of great freedom. Thank the Lord for what you have been given. But allow me, please, to show you why I am so heartbroken, if I may. Resting on this land is nearly 74 of our members. Clearly, there are not 74 markers here, which is quite unfortunate. Follow me, if you will, and I will show you why I am so heartbroken. Because here we have headstones that have fallen over, that are broken, and then farther in this direction, there's even headstones piled on top of each other. Who would allow such disrespect? Do they have no regard for those of us who gave them this land? Where is the fence that should be here? Where is the name? It should be saying the Smith Family Cemetery. Yet it says nothing. And certainly these headstones in this condition say much, but it is nothing that is positive. It is clearly a statement of disregard and disrespect. Here lies young Eliza. Eliza was only 24 when she passed, and clearly she knew that her time was limited. I read to you what is actually on her headstone. All you who come to my grave to see, as I am now, so you shall be. Prepare in time, make no delay. In my youth, I was called away. On this dedicated ground, many families rest. Of course, the Smiths are here in great numbers, but so are the Kohlers, so are the Whites, and of course, here we have the Wilco family, that the members of that family rest. But they all didn't make old age. Some did make it into their 80s. But amongst us lying here in the ground today are many young children, a brother and a sister who passed the same day at 2 years and 5, and brand newly born infants. They all lay to rest here. The good news is that these markers are laid out very clearly. By God's grace, we have here the plat map, which will clearly show anyone who will have the gumption and the perseverance to restore this cemetery into its rightly order and to give these founding people the respect that they deserve. Behind me are some of our earliest graves, and some of those that we cherished very highly, because resting here are individuals who fought for our freedom and won it for you who enjoy it today. Behind me to the left is Edward Halstead. He survived the American Revolution. He was in 2 groups of militia in the state of New York. Edward was fortunate He lived until his 70s. However, his great-grandson, William White, lies here to my right. William Wright was not so fortunate. William was taken out during the Civil War, and he died, as his marker says, at 18 years and 6 months. Those of you who are in authority now, I ask you, what if Eliza was your daughter or your sister? What if William White was your great-grandson, your brother? He never made it to be a father. And what if Edward Halstead, who stood against the British, the greatest army in our time, and won your freedom, what if he was your great-grandfather, your father, your brother, maybe your son? Where is the respect that is deserved by all who carved out this land? Back in their days, that was no highway for flying horseless carriages. That's where our cattle grazed. All of our livestock would be turned out there during the day to keep that road clear, so that when the armies marched, it was in good condition for them. I beg you, I plead with you, could you please restore this cemetery to its rightly state of respect? And now, kind sir, I must bid you adieu and go on my way, because it's important that while I am here, I give these fallen souls the regard and the respect that they deserve. Good day, sir.